Sometimes people will come in and be like, this is what I've been looking for. They'll be like completely amazed and they'll love it. Sometimes people will be like, you know, cold faced, just like, what the fuck's going on here?
In cities and towns across Australia, people are sharing their living spaces with housemates. There are many different ways of making sharing work. And in this episode, we went out and found two of the more unique, interesting and controversial ones. First up, there's Crunchy Town.
Everyone's really close and comfortable with each other, so sleeping in the same bed as someone else it's not really that big of a deal.
And if you like boundaries, there's the private house.
You've got to have that personal space where this is mine and it doesn't affect anybody else as long as the smell doesn't get out.
But could you live in these houses? This is Crunchy Town.
Every day it's Christmas here at Crunchy Town.
This is not your ordinary share house.
But it's weird to say that it's a share house because it's like, it's a bit more than that.
It's not just one building, but three, separated by a fence with a hole in it.
It's just true community. Like it's what we're capable of as humans.
Everyone here eats together, cleans together, parties together.
It's kind of like a democracy, but at the same time, it's an anarchy as well.
There's a lot of people living here.
I think privacy is like probably the first thing that disappears. There are no locks on the doors in any part of the house.
If you live in Crunchy Town, you're sharing with 20 to 30 people at any one time.
Because we are so full right now, we sometimes like 3 people in one double bed. It kind of works.
Welcome to Crunchy Town. This share house is made up of 15 long-term housemates, while the rest are couch surfers or travellers who stay anywhere from a couple of days to a few months.
The solid group of the people that are living here, we're really deep in that whole vibe of like getting everyone out of their shells, and everyone's being comfortable with themselves. So when people see that other people are just opening up and being comfortable and there's no shame kind of, people see that as an invitation to just be themselves.
Sam has like a statement about Crunchy Town, and it was like, where introverts become extroverts.
There's a guy every morning, he just goes out into the garden, pulls his shorts and his trousers down and says good morning to the sun. You know, completely butt naked, he just does what he likes. That's it, Crunchy Town, you can just do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so there's 2 houses. This is the mothership, next door is the temple, and the moon room is where the couch surfers and the party happens. Privacy is not really a big thing here. Everyone is sharing a bed in the house that has a bed. And if you're on the couch, sometimes they're sharing couch space as well. So we got beds in every room. And then we have 2 rooms that are dedicated to couch surfing. So we've got a 4-bunk bed in one room and then a 6-bunk bed. And then there's couches, and then sometimes people just sleep on top of people as well. So it gets pretty out of control.
That you know, it's like that. I go sleep every night. I love that. It's perfect.
My travel mate and me, we slept in the moon room in some of the couches. When he left, I slept in the middle bank with John. After that, I slept on the bottom with Cameron and Will. So right now we're sleeping 3 people.
My room here is just 2 of us. It can be awkward sharing with a girl. I've got a few friends who sometimes come and stay with me. Yeah, 3 in a bed isn't pleasant in here. Alice is not happy when that happens.
Sharing a bed and a room isn't always easy, especially for certain activities.
Everyone's really close and comfortable with each other, so sleeping in the same bed as someone else is not really that big of a deal.
No one was in the actual room, but people were in. There's like gaps in the ceiling between the rooms, so people would be in the next room and they could hear. But you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of young people here who are, you know, just in that space of like not wanting anything serious, and they just flow with it. And if like the mood takes them, they, you know, have a little fling with whoever's open to it.
Tell me. Not so sexy tell me.
We were quite respectful though, you know what I mean? Like 2 in the morning, I wasn't going at it hard. We, you know, go to the recreation ground or something actually. It's quite a nice place to go.
While some go willingly into an open share house, for others, it's a bit more practical.
The only reason I live in a share house as much as a learning experience and there are fun trip things about it, I don't like it. Get my cup of tea and my cigarette and my book and we'll be fine.
This is a share house where there's 3 bedrooms and a study, a backyard complete with chickens, a cat and a cactus. There's also Gwyn.
I like interacting socially with people, but in small bursts.
There's Jan. There's Jan's chooks.
I think I've managed to speak chicken fairly well. It seems to be working because they do respond.
There's John.
He can be quite a challenging person at times, just due to his personality and the person he is.
Most people in share houses have basically taken a big punt on whether they can trust the people around them, and a lot of the time that trust is broken because, well, I don't know what the requirements for language here. You might have to bleep this bit. There's some fuckheads out there.
And there's Morgana Legay.
The 4th housemate, the 4th housemate would be Morgana, I think.
And what makes this share house different is that while they all live together, they all live very separate lives.
When you live like we do, privacy is precious, and you've got to have that space of your own where you can let it all hang out and be as much of a disgrace as you like, as long as you keep your shit off other people.
This is the private house.
Lucky us, we've got another bill. Ooh. I knew you'd be happy. Had to do something about it eventually. Yeah. So that's the news.
My housemates are Jan, Gwyn and Morgana, a severely dressed, perhaps even slightly occult lady. They live across the hall from me. We're all quiet people, keep to ourselves, occasionally a little bit of polite functional contact. We like each other, but largely we do this basically for functional reasons.
I think I don't live with people my own age, largely because there's a lot more social interaction required. Yeah. I think living with people Jan and John's age is much less exhausting, so really I have more room to be my own person in my own space and then go out and do young people things with young people in bursts.
I spend a lot of time just wandering around looking at the chooks. Oh, I usually just talk to the chickens about just general conversation. I still don't know what they're actually saying, but I get the feeling that they're quite happy with my attempts at communication.
Where's my fucking pen? I'd have one on me if it were for real. I do performance poetry, rather less often than someone who fancies himself a performance poet should. Oh, do you want me to start the actual simulation of practicing my poetry, which I will not do with anyone else around, so this is clearly a simulation. So, you want me to do some poetry? We'll do it together, but first we have to find some. I saw some in a magazine. It was slick, sweet and smooth with cool lines like Vorsprung Durchschnitt, and it had 6 speeds and a folding metal roof, and we could glide through unknown cities and consider giving passers-by the finger. Yes, together we could do... No, forgot to bloody rewrite. Fuck. Let's see. Okay. No.
Do you want to grab a couple of people to repair this?
It'd be my pleasure.
I gotta keep an eye on the fire.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, today we're gonna throw a party for the Latin Americans that are leaving on Monday. So we're gonna cook up a big barbecue, gonna play some Spanish music and kind of just all relax and do it the Spanish style, I guess. Hey, are you busy?
Nope. I'll go.
People have called me leader, but I don't particularly like that title. I guess I would prefer like organizer of anything.
Sam is an energetic leader. He's amazingly positive.
He is a leader. I think a leader has to just hold vision, but if he needs things to get done, it's usually for the greater good. That's why people respect him and love him so much, because he's so, his perspective is always about everybody.
I'm gonna show you how to make the mate.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my upbringing has a lot to do with country town and why it is. My dad had 9 wives and 64 children. So I did grow up in a big community of people, so I kind of that has been ingrained in me since like I was a child, that living with people, there's something about it. There's an energy that you get from all the people around you when they're working together. I think that way of life is the only way of life for me. Like living by myself sounds like a little bit of a hard time. Okay, everyone, we're gonna do a big cleanup. Probably like 3 people in the kitchen.
Shotgun kitchen.
Yeah, shotgun trying out. Yeah.
It's actually interesting because there are no rules here, and there are a lot of chores to this house. It does need a lot of people to take care of it and just make it like a comfortable area, and it needs it every day. So that's a challenge.
I'm really hoping that the flies are gonna go away up. At least for half.
Yeah, after we clean them, the flies all leave.
Yeah.
That's nice.
For a bit, and then we wake up the next day and all back.
Hey.
So
They're
so
persistent.
confident. I yawned yesterday and one landed on the inside of my mouth. I was like, are you serious?
Because this is such a big group, it actually makes it easier than like living with even 12 people. Because when you have 30 people, if there are dishes in the sink, somebody's gonna feel guilty at some point and do them. If somebody's hungry, he's gonna make food at some point. 1 out of 30 is gonna do it.
This is goon grill. Sangria made with goon.
I wonder what it is. I don't know, man, but I'm not sure if we should eat it.
Yeah.
It could be steel. Galvanised steel. And it also doesn't look a safe colour either.
Yeah.
We have a grill from the oven on top of that sheet. Yeah, but I don't think we should eat it. Your life in Crunchy Town is just a dream. You know, we live like kings for basically nothing.
Although there's 20+ people living here, food is $0 at the moment. I haven't bought groceries for like 3 years, like properly. I don't even know what it's like shopping anymore.
And now, a cautionary tale of when good housemates go bad. Based on your true life stories. You can pick your housemates, but you don't get to pick their partners. I probably should have warned Lisa that first night she stayed over. Should have told her that my house is not like other houses. That my housemate's boyfriend is different. When she got out of bed that dark and stormy night for a snack, I should have said something. I should have said, when you go to the fridge, just trust me on this. Whatever you do, don't look up. Bob just likes to do that. He's a bit weird. I never saw her again. Do not try this at home. All stunts performed in controlled conditions by a professional stunt chicken.
Morgana is the 4th member of the house, and I find her very, very interesting. I like her style.
First time we'd actually met face to face, Morgana came out and asked me to lace up her corset. I was rather afraid to tighten it up as much as requested, but you know, her business.
I think the idea would be to look down. Oh no, I don't. Half look down.
Morgana is my drag persona and sorceress extraordinaire. She spreads her malign influence across the household and drunkenly drifts through the shared areas of the house, leaving a trail of glitter, black tinsel and booze. And the occasional broken heel.
Yes, okay, that's it. Now, can you see a difference? It's very subtle, it's not a lot.
It takes a couple of hours to prepare Morgana. It's a process of very heavy makeup application, wig adjustment, corset lacing, and drinking. She looks a bit like Morticia Adams if she let herself go a bit. I'd say Morgana is definitely a more extroverted version of me, much more forthcoming, and I think the makeup is quite a good mask to kind of project from behind.
Okay, this isn't too tight, I hope. Oh no, just lost it all. There we go.
I think Morgana was partially created as a means of really having a persona to project out, essentially. So I'm very introverted and quiet, so Morgana is an opportunity to break out of that somewhat.
Oh dear. Now that's in exactly the wrong spot for you to hold. So if you could just pinch where I'm pinching there. Can you feel where I'm pinching?
Yeah, just put the
finger and thumb.
Okay.
Finger and thumb, okay. Okay, you got a pinch? Good. That sort of thing's an identity thing. I dress up as a bloke, even though I'm male. But I'm dressed up as a bloke. I'm pretending to be me, whoever the fuck that is. He's perhaps less pretending when she's Morgana. Issues of identity are central, just, people who are dressing up are more honest about that. Now, is that acceptable?
Yep, that's good.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
Now, where's the wine? Well, the boundaries of personal space and private space have to be agreed for you to be able to live in a place. You've got to have that personal space, which is basically what allows you to keep the civil tone of the common interaction, because you've got your private space where this is mine. Now, I can not clean up for 3 months and it doesn't affect anybody else as long as the smell doesn't get out.
Personal and private spaces in the household aren't really rigorously enforced in any way. It's just, as we're all quite introverted people, it just tends to happen.
I disagree. If it wasn't enforced and people did not consider it a hard, enforceable boundary, there would be arguments with me.
Well, when we have new couch servers, we pretty much immediately tell them about the food situation. Sometimes they react like, that's pretty disgusting. Do you need money? Do you need help? And it's not even a money issue. It's actually, you could get free food. Why wouldn't you choose to get free food? The food comes from the dumpsters out the back of supermarkets. It sounds disgusting, but it's just a bin full of food, and usually pretty nicely packaged. I've never eaten better in my life, actually, than from the dumpster. So it looks like a perfectly fine 500 gram.
Already at room temperature.
Sometimes we have run-ins with the people. Sometimes they say they're going to call the cops and they threaten us and they treat us like we're like a raccoon in the bin, you know? Or we've had people like, hey, what are you guys doing? Interested to see what we're doing. Some people will hold it up as much as they can, and I'm going to go here.
Often there's a ridiculous range of treats. Sometimes it is a bit dirty. You do have to get your hands dirty. You know, like in the heat, a broken pack of sugar will suddenly be a sticky mess. You know what I mean?
You guys want toothbrush?
Yeah, that's
First of all, you have to admit that you kind of like feel like I'm like in a dumpster. Like I really.
Oh, what does that smell like?
Sugar! It's just like you just got to move stuff out of the way, and then usually there's just heaps of fresh produce, like loads of it.
Grab that salad. That's moldy rice.
Oh, right, it looks like spinach.
We go to the bin and it's full of food. You just think, oh, there are people out there that aren't eating because we're throwing that out. That is ridiculous. So we might as well make the most of it and eat it.
This is barbecue beef. Perfect. Let's just get it.
Perfect. It's incredible and sad at the same time how much food we get, and they just like throw it away. It was kind of make me angry and sad about the world that we don't have anything else to figure out how we deal with all the waste we have.
Bread?
And we actually make a point of it, I think, that all the food that we get, we use all of it. Like if something goes bad, then we've dumpster dive too much, and we try not to do that.
Do you want to check deeper on this side?
Let's finish there.
That is actually why this community works, because the fundamental need, nourishment, food, is met for everybody. There's always food there. Like it's like, okay, yep, help yourself to the food.
All good, guys. Let's do it.
One more bag of potatoes.
And then we get back to the house and there'll be a team that will clean all of the stuff in the sink because that's key. It does sometimes smell a bit.
Yeah, just throw the dirty stuff up here. I'll clean it.
Someone grabbing dirty stuff, putting it in the sink?
If it's, it's gonna sound weird, if it's not infringing on like any homeless person that's actually using this food before me, then yeah, sure, I'll eat the food. Like, I've eaten worse. Like, I've eaten off the ground once, I don't know, like it's fine. So, totally fine.
We're done. Yeah.
People probably wanted more red than this.
Yeah. I was thinking doing this kind of rare would be really nice, but then, I don't know, dumpster meat, we should kind of cook it a little bit longer. You should be right though. Look at that juiciness there, mate.
Everyone that comes to our parties like have an awesome time, so usually it's only actually one neighbour that's upset.
The ratio goes, if one person's having a bad time, you have to make sure that 50 people are having fun to compensate for it. So if you throw a house party and there are 3 neighbours who are going to be annoyed, you have to invite 150 people.
This is what happened to our ball.
Is that the volleyball?
Yeah, we sent it to the neighbors like today.
Oh really?
This is how they sent it back.
The ones in the back?
They stabbed it.
What?
Wow.
The neighbor?
Yeah, don't like us. Neighbor don't like us. We are too many. We try to be quiet, but we are too many probably. Yeah.
Which neighbor was it? The woman that always making problems?
No, the other ones.
These ones?
Yeah, because we have a really bad neighbors here. And then, no, probably we are the bad neighbors.
Yeah. We are the noisy ones.
We try.
Whilst not everyone buys into the Crunchy Town philosophy, the housemates certainly do.
I'm kind of shy at first, and then when I open myself, then it's okay. I'm just really extroverted as a person, but just being part of this amazing like ambience and just feeling really yourself, you know, like, okay, these guys are obviously crazy, doing crazy games when it involves to sometimes take your clothes off or just kiss someone that you don't know, and it's like, yeah, let's just be ourselves and not like be bothered by social like, I don't know, behaviors and stuff that we usually have when we meet new people.
If I would compare to other where people live together, they live together in one space, in a house, they live next to each other in a room, but they don't communicate as much. They're kind of like living in as individuals in one house, same as we would have like a huge building block. People live next to each other as neighbors for years and years to come, but they never actually communicate with each other. And here it's like everybody communicates. When you see a person, you greet the person, you hug the person, you ask how they're doing, and I think communication is the most powerful tool we have here in Country Town, and that's where we really excel. And that's kind of like also the beauty of Country Town, one of the aspects.
It's very easy to compare this house to the Neverland, you know, and we are like the lost kids, and Sam is like, you know, Peter Pan, the guy that never grow up. In the moment you stay here, you feel like the time stops. We have fun, we don't think about the outside, we can live so cheaply, and in the moment you have to leave this place, you have to grow up again.
With 30 people, no private space, sharing a bed, but free food, could you live in this house?
Actually, my goal is to expand, influence people enough that they start their own and live the same way. Maybe not exactly like this, but their own way of doing it, but at least together. Like that's the main thing, I guess.
I feel like a lot of share houses, they do have that real sense of connection, obviously, but Crunchy Town's special just because there's an atmosphere here, it's electric, and everyone's a part of it. It's awesome.
And now, a cautionary tale of when good housemates go bad. Based on your true life stories. One night, Marjorie was resting in her bedroom when she heard a man's voice in the house. She was curious as to whom her lovely housemate, Rosemary, had brought home. This was rare. Well done, Rosemary. Marjorie really wanted a sandwich, so this was a perfect excuse to meet him and chew the fat a bit. So she headed out into the lounge. There she discovered Rosemary having an orgy with several other people. There were loins everywhere. It was awful. Marjorie was sizzling with embarrassment, but she wanted that sandwich. She decided she would not be foiled. Marjorie picked her way through the tangled sausage fest. She made her sandwich, whilst trying not to make eye contact through the undulating rumps. Marjorie fled back to her bedroom, careful not to squash anyone's rissoles. Back in her room, Marjorie was stuffed. It really was a very good sandwich, but after everything she'd seen, she decided she would probably never sleep again. Any resemblance to lamb chops leaving or eaten is purely coincidental.
There was an incident with John involving a perceived transgression of the boundaries of his personal space. So that led to an incident which led to us giving him his 30 days notice.
I felt that John didn't trust either Gwyn or I. And that was very upsetting. And it also made me realise that it is impossible for any meaningful relationship if they think you're going to sneak into their room when they've gone out.
So that's left 2 rooms for us to fill, his study, this room, and his bedroom. I just need to go over with a damp cloth and give it a bit of a scrub. A damp sponge. Sooner is better than later when it comes to finding new housemates, but for the time being, most of the burden will fall on Jan, as unfortunately I just don't have additional rent to cover the 2 rooms, so I can continue covering my room, but hopefully we find someone quickly, because the difference would have to go on to Jan, and she can't really cover it.
What's the response been on Facebook?
I've had a couple of actual people just sort of tag friends in it, which is quite useful.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's good.
We'll definitely be continuing to look for people who are also quite quiet and reserved people as well, because we're still very much a household of introverts. I don't know if they know that we've got chickens. I did mention the chickens in the listings. So.
Yes. Perhaps we should get photos of the chickens.
Yeah, we'll have to get pictures of the chickens. I think Morgana would need to wait a while before being introduced to new housemates. But if I do find housemates who are more comfortable with people like Morgana, then I'm more than happy for them to meet her.
With John gone and 2 spare rooms, could you live in this house with Jan, Gwyn and Morgana?
Morgana's opinion on new housemates varies depending on the housemates, but generally speaking, she's a fan of fresh meat. I think that's it for now.
Across Australia, more and more people are turning to house sharing as not just a lifestyle choice, but a necessity.
Let's get fucked, we'll drink to Lady Luck.
Our housemates have found their own ways to make it work, most of the time.
Oh, bang.
But could you see yourself living in any of these houses?
In Crunchy Town.